episode of the Verde Valley Experience. I'm your host, Jennifer Cohen. Another great show lined up for you today. All kinds of cool people. Don't you love all the people in the Verde Valley? We really do have some really cool people here, and I'm so thankful that they want to be on the show. We're going to start out with Heather Patrice Brown. She is the Events and Marketing Coordinator for the Heritage Park Zoological Sanctuary. She's also here with Leah Wax, the Education Coordinator for the same Heritage Park Zoological Sanctuary. They brought along some little critters with them, and that's always fun for the show. But the cool thing is that Spring Zoo Camp registration is now underway, and camp is going to happen March 9th through the 13th. The theme this time is Animal Behavior 101, and they brought along, as I said, a few of the sanctuary's residents to demonstrate how truly cool this camp is. And then they're going to stick around and talk about all the other amazing opportunities and events that happen at the Heritage Park Zoological Society over there in Prescott. So you want to stick around, get your pen and paper ready, because so much information is going to be divulged. Karen Elaine Parsons, the founder of Cranes of Hope, is here to share her story with us. Karen Elaine Parsons is an artist, she's an author, and a cancer survivor. And she's also the founder of Cranes for Hope, which is a local organization that sends folded cranes to people facing serious life or health challenges. She's doing some really amazing work, and you can get involved too. And we also have Colleen Gilboy, the director of the Verde Valley Fairgrounds, with Mary Beth Grosetta. They'll be here to discuss the Verde Valley Fair's upcoming Antiques and Collectibles show. That's going to be happening March 27th and 28th, and booths are still available. So now is the time to clean out your attic, your garage, your living room, whatever. Make some more space. Antiques and Collectibles show is going to be coming up at the fairgrounds, like I said, March 27th and 28th. Then we'll go on location with the Cottonwood Fire Department and Fire Inspector Steve Troutman, and we're going to discuss how to obtain burn permits, as well as the do's and don'ts of backyard burning, plus a demonstration with real fire. Yeah, we got to burn stuff. It's totally cool. Did you know it only takes 30 seconds for a Christmas tree to go from green to a pile of white ashes? 30 seconds. Wow, yeah, scary, I know. And we'll close out our show today with singer-songwriter Elise Marie. She'll be joining us live here in the studio. At 21, Elise Marie digs deep and brings forth soulful, passionate lyrics and heart-touching melodies. We're so grateful that she's here to share a few of her original songs with us. So we got good stuff going for us today, so stick around. We're going to go ahead and get started. We have Heather Patrice Brown, who is the Events and Marketing Coordinator for the Heritage Park Zoological Society. And then we have Leah Wax. Thank you so much. You are the Education Coordinator that you are.
Yes, I am.
Excellent. It's always good when you are who I say you are. And you have brought along Rex the rabbit.
Yes.
And Bo the American kestrel. Two very gorgeous. And you guys are color coordinated today.
Yeah.
Got the grays and browns and blacks and the grays and browns and blacks. I wish you could see how gorgeous this kestrel is. If you painted one of these, they would say, oh, you've made that up. But his colors are absolutely amazing. So Zoo Camp. That is so awesome. Tell us, you've got one coming up right now. The registration is open.
Yeah, it's going to run March 9th through the 13th, and it's open for 6 through 12-year-olds. If you are a member of Heritage Park Zoological Sanctuary, you do get a discount. It's $150 for the week. For everyone else, it's $175, so it does pay to be a member. And our theme this year is Animal Behavior 101, and I'm going to let Leah talk a little bit more about that theme and what that means.
We're going to be learning all about different animal behaviors, and then we're going to learn a little bit about how our zookeepers work with those natural behaviors to get the animals to work with us. So, for example, Bo here, I don't know if you guys can see or not, but he's wearing nice leather bands around their feet, and we actually have to work very carefully with our birds of prey to get them to feel comfortable sitting on our gloves, and so we'll be going over a lot of those processes to be able to get birds like Bo on the glove. We'll talk about animals like the rabbits, like Rex here, that Rex can be a little shy sometimes, so we're working on trying to get our rabbits crate trained to help them be a little bit more comfortable. And so we'll have the campers helping us with that a little bit.
Wow.
And seeing some of the other things that we can potentially do with the animals at the zoo.
Wow, well that's a really wonderful thing. They get an inside look at the functions of the zoo. That is very, very cool. And it's a day camp, which happens during spring break for most of the kids. So this is not a coincidence. And that is really awesome. And what kid doesn't like animals? You know, and especially, I know you've been there. The Heritage Park Zoological Sanctuary is amazing. You guys are awesome. You're always doing so much fun stuff. And this was something I didn't know about. Zoo camp. That's great. And you do more than one a year, don't you?
Yes, we do. I think we have 6 or 7 weeks scheduled in the summer, and then we do it again for fall during fall break.
Wow, that's amazing. And do you have a different theme for every week of camp?
Yes, we do.
And new ones every year.
Wow. Tell me some of the past themes that you've had.
We've done animal tracking, where we've looked at the different tracks and different signs to look for when you're out and about. We've done focuses on adaptations, different parts of the world. Lots of different ones. I know our fall one, I'm really excited. That's a little while away, but we're going to be doing grossology.
Grossology.
And we'll be focusing on all the things that most people think are gross.
Get out.
Like scat, and a lot of birds of prey actually produce pellets of the things they don't digest.
Right.
And so we'll be learning about a lot of that kind of stuff.
Yes, and it's okay. You can say gross words. They barf. They barf up all this really cool stuff. I want to go to that one. Really? What was the age limit again?
6 through 12.
6 through 12. I'm a little tall for 12. But wow, that sounds like so much fun. And we're not talking like have fun with the bunnies and arts and crafts theme. I mean, grossology and tracking and animal behavior. This is higher order stuff. This is not just, crayons and stencils.
Well, and it's not just, playing with the bunnies. It's you're actually learning about their behavior and how you can work with their behavior to work to train them. Like she talked about training them to go into a crate,
right.
Which normally for a rabbit would be kind of scary. So you have to think about, what is enticing for them that would convince them that, oh, this might be a good thing to do, and how to continue to get them to do that when you would like them to.
Right. Wow, that is really, really neat. So the kids who would go, obviously, are going to have an interest in animals, but they're going to learn so much about being a zookeeper and being a steward for animals. That's really, really awesome.
We also often have our campers help clean enclosures. Nice. They'll make diets for animals during the week.
Oh,
lots of fun things.
Yeah, the important stuff, the everyday stuff. Wow, that's wonderful. Hands-on, behind-the-scenes kind of thing. How lucky are these kids? All right, heritageparkzoo.org. You can go online. Fabulous website. Everything's on there, and it's really, really great. But if you check out the zoo camps, you'll be able to find out the information that you need for the camp that you want to go to. And the camp that's going to be happening March 9th through the 13th, one we've been talking about, the Animal Behavior 101. The registration is open now, so you probably want to sign up for that pretty quick. I mean, how many kids is it limited to?
We don't have a cap right now, but we are starting to get full.
Wow.
So
very, very cool. Yeah, so you want to get yourself signed up. You can also give them a call, too, at 928-778-4242. You give them a call. That's what I would do. Get your space reserved for your kid. And that is really awesome. That's happening out in Prescott at the Heritage Park Zoological Sanctuary. It's way too much fun. From 8:30 to 3 p.m. It runs the whole week. And the tuition is $150 for members, $175 for non-members. And spaces are filled on first come, first serve. So you better hurry up and get there. Oh, that's so wonderful. Thank you for bringing the animals that you brought.
Pleasure.
He's having too much fun. Oh, that's awesome. It must be so interesting to work with all the different animals that you have. The birds are particularly fascinating. They're so fragile, yet they're so powerful. So it's really interesting. Do you have to specialize with your animals while you're at the park, or do you kind of both do everything with every animal?
We do a lot. Birds of prey takes a special permit to work with them, about 500 hours worth of training.
Wow.
He's actually really comfortable right now.
Yeah.
So that was rousting when he kind of fluffed up his feathers. And if you can see, he's just on one leg right now. That's his equivalent of relaxing on the couch.
How wonderful. Well, I'm so glad that Bo is so relaxed. And Rex, I see you're doing a wonderful job over there, too.
Yeah, he's a little spooked. I think the lights are kind of freaking
The
him
lights
out.
are very bright in here.
Yeah.
So, well,
but
thank you
he's
so
doing
much
real
for
well.
bringing these guys in. I love having animals in the studio. So we have Leo Axe and we also have Heather Patrice Brown, but stick around because they're going to be right back to tell us even more stuff that's going on at the zoo. So don't go away because we'll be right back.
There's a shelter pet who wants to meet you. Meet one today. Visit theshelterpetproject.org. Adopt.
This is the moment I knew. His future had no boundaries.
There are some moments only the forest can inspire. Find yours at discovertheforest.org.
And welcome back to the Verde Valley Experience. Once again, we're here with Heather Patrice Brown, who is the Events and Marketing Coordinator for Heritage Park Zoological Sanctuary, and Leah Wax, who is the Education Coordinator. Wow, the name tags you guys must have. Heritage Park Zoological Society, very, very cool place. You guys do so much throughout the year. I don't know how you manage because you have all the animals and then you plan all these, and not just like boring everyday, I mean, amazing events. It's really, really something. We've talked about the zoo camp that's going on, but please, Heather, tell us some more stuff.
Well, April, you know, when the weather, of course, it's been nice, but
Yeah, really.
when typically it gets really nice is when we really start having lots of events throughout the month. Our first event is going to be on April 5th, and that is Easter Egg Extravaganza. So it is an event that is free with paid admission. So our regular admission prices are $8 for adults, $5 for children ages 3 through 12, and then children under 3 are free. But members of the sanctuary always get in free general admission. So if you're a member, you get into that event for free. And it's a lot of fun. We do 4 Easter egg hunts for different age groups. So you can come and participate in the Easter egg hunt, find your eggs, you turn those in for candy. We also do a scavenger hunt. So you take your scavenger hunt, you go around the sanctuary and you figure out what all the answers are, and you bring that back in for a prize. And then we also do Easter egg hunts for the animals. So we will sometimes do piñatas for like the big carnivores. So like Cassie the tiger or Shosh the bear might get giant egg piñatas full of their favorite treats.
Wow.
For some of the other animals, we'll take Easter baskets and put their treats in there, so they have to dig through those to get their treats out.
Cool.
And so it's really a lot of fun. So aside from all the Easter egg hunts, you also get to see a lot of the animals get fed and get to see them exhibit some of the behaviors that they would in the wild. They don't get plates full of food in the wild. So when Cassie has to rip into that piñata or that box to get her treat, it's really fun. You get to see how tigers are more likely to hunt and look for their food in the wild.
Too fun. What a wonderful enrichment program, giving the Easter baskets to the animals and the piñatas. That's really great. You guys put a lot of thoughts into your programs.
Well, we always try and have an educational component to every event that we do. So yeah, it's fun. You get to come out, you have a good time, but we also want people coming away learning something too. For us, it's really important because we are a sanctuary. Every animal at the sanctuary is a rescue of one form or another. They either were injured in the wild or orphaned and can't be released back into the wild. A lot of times we have animals that come from other organizations that either had a surplus or they had to close their doors. So all the animals we have are animals that wouldn't have a home otherwise.
Wow, that's an important thing to know. Is you wouldn't think that so much, but it is a zoological sanctuary versus just a zoo park. So yes, all the animals are rescued. So we have the Easter Extravaganza coming up April 4th.
I think it's 5th.
5th?
Yeah,
Okay.
whatever day Easter is.
There you go. Okay, it happens on Easter.
It's on Easter.
That sounds like too much fun. And then further on towards the summer, what do we have going on?
So April also is the start of our Breakfast with the Animals series. So our first one is April 18th, and it starts out with Breakfast with Cassie the tiger. So you come it starts at 9. And you come and you have a continental breakfast, and then the keepers come out and you have your breakfast actually in front of Cassie's enclosure.
Wow.
So when you're eating, you get to be watching her, and then the keepers come and they feed her, and they'll talk a lot about what they're giving her, but it's much more interactive. So they'll do a lot of behavioral enrichment things with her. They may do some training, because we work on training our animals so that we can work with them more safely.
Right.
And so they'll demonstrate some of that. And it's really, if you love tigers, it's a great time to come, because you get to see, Cassie doing things you wouldn't normally get to do on just a regular day at the sanctuary.
Right.
And we have a whole series of them. So Cassie's just the first one. Breakfast with the Mountain Lion is in May. Breakfast with the Tortoises is in June, because that's when our Galapagos tortoises come back to the sanctuary. And they are graciously on loan to us from the Surprise Spring Foundation. So they go home to them in the winter and come back to us in the summer. And then in September, it's Breakfast with the Bears. And then October is Breakfast with the Wolves.
Wow.
So those are a lot of fun. You do have to reserve your spot for those ahead of time, because they do fill up. Because there's only limited amount of space that we can fit in front of each animal enclosure, because that's what really makes that special. So it's $20 for non-members if you're an adult, $15 if you are a member, and then children it's $7 for non-members and $5 for member children. So again, it pays to be a member of the sanctuary.
Absolutely. Now, how do you become a member of the sanctuary?
There are several ways. You can go onto our website, which is www.heritageparkzoo.org, and you can go to either the membership page or the support page. They will both walk you through how to go ahead and purchase a membership online. You can give us a call at 928-778-4242, and we can go ahead and process that over the phone, or you can stop by and purchase it on your next visit. And we're located at 1403 Heritage Park Road in Prescott.
Yeah, lovely location. And of course, that money goes to...
Yeah, it all goes to
animals.
support the animals. We are a 501c3 nonprofit, and we don't receive any city, state, or federal funding. So all the money we receive from admissions, from donations, from memberships, from events, from camp, they all go to support the animals that we have at the sanctuary.
Wow. That's a really good point. You know, every dollar spent at the Zoological Sanctuary is going to go and help all these wonderful animals who wouldn't have a home otherwise. Thank you for the work you guys are doing. That's really, truly amazing. Are you doing Critter Camp out this year?
Yes, we are.
Oh, yes.
In May.
Nice.
It's May 23rd and 4th, I believe. It's
Great.
Memorial Day weekend again.
Oh, wow. Fabulous. Oh, I had so much fun last year. That was so great. But the peacocks, I didn't see it. And then the wolves. The wolves started, the peacocks kept going, but it was so much fun. And all the kids had such a blast. And it was really, of course, next time I'll bring a bigger tent. Because I brought a tent, and I didn't really think about it. It was a 5 by 3 foot tent. Oh, whatever, well, I'm 6 feet tall. So there was no way I was going to fit in this 5 foot tent. I didn't realize it till I laid down and my feet stuck out. I went, oh no. So the next time I'll bring a bigger tent. But that was great fun. And all the information about all the wonderful events that you have going on are available on heritageparkzoo.org. Like I said, fabulous website. Please thank your website designer.
Oh, you're welcome.
Great job. You too. Heather, you do everything. That is amazing. And you speak so eloquently and have all these dates memorized. I'm in awe of you. I don't know how you do it. That's truly amazing. You obviously love your job.
I do.
Yeah, awesome. And you too, Leia. You obviously love your job. Of course, how could you not? I mean, oh, fabulous. He's giving himself a little pedicure there.
Yeah, he's very comfortable right now.
That's awesome. Oh, he's like, oh, on camera, yes, I'm in my limelight. That's fabulous. So check out Heritage Park Zoological Sanctuary. They're out there in Prescott, heritageparkzoo.org. Check out their camps that they're going to do multiple times a year. Of course, the extravaganza, the breakfast with all the animals, which sounds absolutely way too much fun. The critter camp out, so much more. And do you have a section on your website for donations as well?
Yes, we do. So if you go to the support section, you can make a donation there.
Well, there you go. Yeah, I definitely want to support the Zoological Sanctuary. So, too much fun. I remember one of our favorite animals was Diego.
Oh, yeah.
But he was a prairie dog?
Kit fox.
A kid fox. Oh, he was so much fun. The animals are so wonderful, and the enclosures are so great. So you do want to go check out the Heritage Park Zoological Sanctuary. There you go. Wow. That's a lot to say. And thank you so much, Heather, for being here. Thank you, Leia. I really appreciate you being
My
here.
pleasure.
Thank you, Bo, for being here. Thank you, Rex, over there in your kennel. We appreciate you being here. We appreciate you being here, too. So don't go away, because we'll be right back with lots more of the Verde Valley Experience.
I think someone at my friend's school has this thing called autism. My friend's brother's son has autism. My neighbor's son has autism. My son has autism.
Autism is getting closer to home. Today, 1 in 68 children is diagnosed with autism. That's about a 30% increase in 2 years. Learn more at autismspeaks.org/signs.
At Gettle's High Desert Mechanical, rather than do lots of things, we focus on doing one thing right. We serve climate-challenged people, Gettles starts with a free system evaluation to identify the best AC and heating equipment for your home or business. Professional installation, warranties, and service after the sale. If you're climate challenged, then we're the right choice. Gettles High Desert Mechanical, the name to trust.
And welcome back to the Verde Valley Experience. I'm now here with Karen Elaine Parsons. She is the founder of Cranes for Hope. And these little guys are awesome. We were just making a joke. If you can accurately guess how many cranes are in the studio at this very moment, you'll win a prize. I don't know what, but you'll win a prize. Karen, thank you so much for being here. The Cranes of Hope is amazing. Please tell us a little bit about yourself and how this came about.
Sure. About 11 years ago, I was diagnosed with breast cancer, and I went through the series of treatments. And it was one day I found a box on my doorstep, and it was really light. It was so light it practically flew out of my hands, and I opened it up and inside was a bunch of cranes, kind of like this, and it really meant a lot to me. And just a few years ago, I decided to start doing that for other people.
Right.
And I started it with my husband and I. We'd fold the cranes, and I have a website, and it started to grow. And in the growing part is where I'm at now, which is trying to get other people to participate in this. And it's been a really fun adventure.
I bet. So each one of these wonderful folded origami cranes signifies a prayer for hope
like
and wellness. And
Actually, in Japan, the story of Sadako we probably know. It's really it's a testament to hope and healing and peace and all the good things. So the cranes, they're colorful, they're bright, and we have I do the vases for local, like for hot people in the hospital, and they don't need watering, which is great.
Sure.
And the ones that hang, I don't know if can I show the ones that hang? This is the one that we send out.
That is gorgeous.
And there's 100, so that's 100 prayers or 100 well wishes.
Just right here is 100, so we're giving you a clue.
Right. And traditionally, we would fold 1,000, but of course that makes for a really huge. So 100 is really a doable amount, and we write on the on that, oh, flock of heavenly cranes, protect us with your magnificent wings.
Oh.
And on the other side, every folded crane on the string holds a wish for hope and healing in its wings. So that's kind
wonderful.
This is kind of what the original ones looked like. So I wanted to keep paying it forward because it really meant a lot to me to have that. Have those.
Yeah, the positive intention and the hope that's been folded into each little paper crane.
Yeah, and my fingers, I don't have a
No, that is amazing. And you have, how many sets of cranes have you done since you started this?
I've counted up about 50. So that's about 5,000. That's a lot of cranes.
Right.
That's a lot of cranes.
And that doesn't include
So
what's
I
here.
think I've gotten my wish. So and I've actually been in remission for 10 years, and I had a stage 4 diagnosis. So 10 years is really good. I sort of outlived the statistics, and I'm kicking, alive and kicking, and really happy to be doing this. It's very joyful for me to be doing this.
I bet.
For people.
I bet.
And I don't know these people, but I get emails from people who've received them, and pictures, somebody's in the hospital and they're smiling and they have the cranes on their bed. It really just gives me a lot of happiness, and that's kind of what it's all about.
Yeah, that's wonderful, paying it forward. I mean, you have this wonderful blessing of remission. Congratulations on that. That's really super. And you're gorgeous and wonderfully alive, and it's just so great to put that into an intention for someone else, for healing for other people. That's really wonderful that you do that.
Well, thanks. And even if it doesn't always mean healing, because these people go through illness, and sometimes the outcome isn't what I've been able to experience. But what happens is knowing that they're not alone in their journey, wherever that ends up being, it really is. It means means a lot because I didn't know where I was going to be. I was told I wasn't going to live 5 years, and I'm still here, but I wasn't alone knowing that when I got those cranes.
True, that does. That makes a lot of sense.
Yeah.
Now, it's not just cancer people that we're talking about. It's any sort of devastating illness or loss.
Or even if it's just a challenge, a big challenge. And it's the people who request a set of cranes, I don't ask what their illness is or what their challenge is. Someone has asked for it, so I just send it. And sometimes they'll tell me their story and sometimes they don't, but it doesn't matter. It's actually, for me, it's doing the act and giving, and and the receiver, that's theirs. It's once they've gotten it, it's their journey then.
That's wonderful. And in order to make a request, to have a set of cranes made for someone maybe in your family or for yourself or something like that, do they go to your website, cranesforhope.org?
Right. They go to the website and there's a form that will just a request form, and it's simple. It's not, you don't have to have any requirements. It's just send an address and a name, and we'll do our best to fulfill it. It takes about 2 weeks for myself to do one by myself. But what I'm doing is trying to get other people to do it.
Right. See, now it's grown. The movement is growing, and you need some help.
Right. Definitely.
So if you can fold a piece of paper, go to cranesforhope.org, or your other email if anyone wants to possibly volunteer some time to fold some cranes or get involved in your organization.
Yes.
What is the email that you want for direct contact for you?
It's really easy. Love, the number 2, fold@gmail.com.
Well, there you go. lovetofold@gmail.com if you want to get directly involved by folding some cranes. And you've discussed with me about using this as perhaps a community service option for different organizations and groups, that this is a wonderful thing that you've discovered to expand Cranes for Hope.
And it's great for young people are pretty close to, they're sort of in tune with origami because they teach it in school.
Yes.
So I've got in schools we have community service groups, and they're asking to have some participation. And so folding, I have videos on how to fold and project sheets on how to string the cranes. And all people, if they wanted to get involved in doing this themselves anywhere, they just email me or just go on the website. There's resources there, but also email me with the participant recipient. I will give them the list that I've been compiling of recipients. And we try to get them out sooner than later because of their issue,
Right, sure.
Yeah.
You never know how much time they've got, so you want to get it
and hopefully
out.
it helps them, give them some joy during that journey that they're in.
Definitely. Well, that's a wonderful thing. You just gave me an idea. My daughter always comes home with folded origami right now.
Oh.
And it's not one of my talents, I'll tell you. But she's been learning. She has a lovely Japanese friend in her school who's been teaching her how to do origami. And yes, they are doing it in school.
Yes,
so
yes.
I can mention it to my daughter's school,
That'd be great.
perhaps. And because these kids love origami. Origami, that's all they talk about right now. Is, Mom, give me some more origami paper. I'm like, what's that? I don't know. And then she brings me these things and look what I made. I'm like, wow, it's amazing what you can fold paper into.
Yeah.
It's really something.
And it's inexpensive. And if you really don't have luck at something, you can just boulder fold it, I call it. You just wrinkle it up and throw it away. You can try that. And then you can finally get what you finally can get it, you know.
Truly. Well, I aspire to do the beautiful work that you do, and thank you for the work that you're doing for other people and sharing hope and let them know they're not alone by receiving cranes. That's really super. So everyone get involved. You can sit down and fold things. It's really wonderful. And think of the hope and the joy and the love that you're sharing with someone else who may need it. Cranesofhope.org, cranesofhope.org. Go there, check it out, get involved, talk to your school or your church or whatever it is, community service thing, get this going. And we got to help out Karen because all these requests are coming in and her poor little fingers are tired.
Yeah.
Thank you so much, Karen.
Well, thank you
I really
so much for
appreciate
asking
you
me.
being here. This is wonderful. Thank you for bringing all these cranes.
Thank you so much.
Thank you. And we'll be right back with more Verde Valley Experience, so don't go away.
Every day across America, excess food is gathered by a network of good people at local food banks, giving hope to millions of children who struggle with hunger. They've earned their wings, and you can too. Together, we can solve child hunger. Support Feeding America and your local food bank at feedingamerica.org.
Headaches and back pain are two of the top reasons people choose Mosing Chiropractic. Dr. Mosing also treats symptoms of numbness and tingling, as well as those injured in auto or work accidents. Dr. Mosing uses gentle chiropractic techniques, as well as electric muscle stim and cold laser therapies. Call Dr. Mosing today at 634-0733. No spine left behind at Mosing Chiropractic.
Here's to the things that can keep us safe. Those we use all the time with hardly a thought. Those that are silently standing by to save our lives. And now, those that we carry with us everywhere we go. Many mobile devices will now bring you wireless emergency alerts, real-time information directly from local sources you know and trust. With the unique sound and vibration, you'll be in the know, wherever you are.
And welcome back to the Verde Valley Experience. I'm now here with Colleen Gilboy, who is the director for the Verde Valley Fairgrounds, and also Mary Beth Rosetta. And these lovely ladies are going to inform us about the awesome Antiques and Collectibles show that's coming up at the Fairgrounds March 27th and 28th. This is really cool.
Oh, we're so excited. It's something we're bringing back here to the Verde Valley, and Mary Beth had been doing it for many years, and she's like, let's do it. And so the Fairgrounds is ready to do it.
You guys got so much going on at the fairgrounds. I don't know how you fit it in, but this is very, very cool. And I know you have a love for antiques like me, Mary Beth.
Oh, I do. I do. You can tell this wonderful quilt that's in my own collection. And but I'm also going to be a vendor because I have a lot of things that need to find homes.
Well, very good. That's a wonderful thing about antiques. That they can move from home to home and pick up stories everywhere they go, and they're just so wonderful. I personally love the hominess of an antique. And you brought a couple of things with you. You're so cute. You brought props. I love it. Is the basket and the picture also your personal?
Well, they are. A friend from quilting gave this to me and told me to use it at my store. But it's just a wonderful old picture, and it's not something I'm going to sell. But you know, it's just fun to have things like this, and knowing this wonderful lady and that she gave it to me is really neat. This actually came from a lady that's well known in this town, and she had me market some of her quilts, and eventually I bought this one. This is really wonderful. It's old, and it's and I will have some quilts for sale at the show. Yeah, and then this is just a fun picnic basket. Yeah. You know, they made a lot of them. I suppose 50s, you know, people were getting out and about in their Chevys and going on a picnic or to the beach.
The art of picnicking. I know, really, when times are, that's why, another reason why I love antiques. They remind me of times that were simpler, maybe a little nicer, where we picnicked, and that was a cool thing to do. Now, when you tell your kids let's go on a picnic, they go, wow, no, I'm going to play my thing. You know,
or let's stop at McDonald's.
Stop at McDonald's, like, yuck, you know, yeah. So that's really, really cool. And 2 days of it.
2 days.
The 27th and 28th of March. And what time of day is that going to be going on?
Friday is 9 to 5, and Saturday is 9 to 4.
Excellent, excellent. And it's very inexpensive to get in. It's $3 per person, or 2 people get in for $5, and it benefits the Tractor Fund. So tell us, the Tractor Fund?
Well, if you've been to the fairgrounds, you know, obviously we have a need for a tractor. The mechanic was out the other day and he said, I've never seen this type of tractor before. So I don't know, it's probably from the 40s, 50s, I don't know what year it's from. So anyway, we're looking at trying to replace that tractor. Because we are using the fairgrounds more often, we need to start investing in some new equipment. From the, you know, like the 60s or 70s would be good.
Right, upgrade.
Upgrade.
Yes, yes.
But well, you know what? I wonder, could you sell the tractor at the Antiques and Collectibles sale and maybe get enough to put forward into the next tractor?
We probably could, but I don't know how fast we're going to get our tractor fund up where it needs to be. But we're thinking about having a tractor party one of these days, too.
There you go.
And do all tractor-themed everything, so catch us for that next event.
Oh, that sounds very exciting.
That'd be awesome.
That would be totally awesome.
The cake, everything will be tractor-related.
Yes.
Excellent.
But the big thing, we need some more vendors to come to this show. And the fairgrounds has kept the price for 2 days very reasonable for a vendor. It's $100 for inside, and $75 if you have outside things, like people that have old tractors or as we call it, rust, which is rusty items. It doesn't matter if their weather comes up. So
sure. Yeah, that's true. Well, that's great. So it's $100 for 2 days for indoor space, or $75 for 2 days for the outdoor. That is very reasonable. So if you think you want to be a vendor, that's really, really great. You go to vvfair.com and check it out. They can apply online, so to speak. Is that true?
I'll put the application up online and they can mail it in.
Oh, well,
I'll do that for you.
Well, there we go.
Then plus the fee includes 3 tables, so you don't have to haul tables as well as all your antiques.
Really? Wow. Well, that's very generous.
And I
of you.
believe morning goodies and coffee and tea.
No way. That's it. I'm scrounging up some antiques. And
Good.
I want to be there for the morning goodies. That's
Usually the morning goodies with Mary Beth around are homemade.
Oh my gosh.
What's the raffle? I've forgotten.
Right. You're having raffles too.
We're having a raffle, and that one, I don't know if I specified what the raffle was for.
Well, that's okay, but how are you getting the goodies for the raffle?
Those are the vendors. Each of the vendors is donating a goodie, and for the raffle has another fundraiser. And so the raffle tickets are, we didn't put it on our flyer.
Let's see, 5 or they're $5 a piece, or 5 tickets for $20.
Yes.
You read it better than I did.
So that is very, wow. And since the raffle prizes are going to come
from the vendors,
you know they're going to be good because they're going to be antique.
Antique.
Which is way too much fun. So you got to check it out. It is Friday and Saturday. You're looking at March 27th and 28th at the Verde Valley Fairgrounds, the Antiques and Collectibles Show. Now, if you want to be a vendor, you got to check them out. They can give you a call. Probably one of the easiest things to do.
Yes.
Just give you a call. What telephone number should they call?
928-634-3290.
Well, there we go. Give you a call and talk about being a vendor. It's a 2-day event, and the weather will be fabulous. You just know.
Fabulous.
Because it's the Verde Valley, and it's fabulous in the Verde Valley.
But we will be indoors. And
That's
so
true.
if it's not good weather, we'll still have it.
That is amazing.
Yeah.
And the tractor fund. Woohoo! Go tractor fund.
Go tractor fund. Go tractor fund.
That is something else. Now, as I said, I don't know how you find time to fit these events in. I mean, every week, if you look at verdevalleyfair.com and you look at their schedule, you go on to the schedule of events. Oh, the whole month is filled. There's little blocks of different colors. I mean, you've got the bow hunting league. You've got the gun show coming up.
Yep,
March
the first
7th
weekend in March,
8th.
and then we've got the Flywheelers.
Yes.
Which the Flywheelers has a tractor pull. It's got homemade ice cream, all these fly engines, and they come up from Phoenix and all over. They build these engines, and it's just a really fun time. And
awesome.
so
good group of guys.
And a lot of them are antique engines.
Yes.
Oh yeah.
Yes.
Oh yeah.
Yes.
Oh yeah.
Flywheeling used to be the way that you made things work before we modernized so much.
Right. Yeah, I know. And it's so great that these guys are so gung-ho about preserving this. It's really something. And another thing you guys do at the fairgrounds often is barrel racing. And then you've got, of course, the fair.
The fair is coming.
Fair. It's happening April 27th through May 3rd this year.
April 29th.
April 29th.
April 29th through May 3rd. And we've added some new categories, both for the children and for the adults. And so that is all located online as well at vvfair.com.
vvfair.com. You got to check it out.
I'll put a push in. The homemaking building needs your canned items, your cooking, your quilts, your sewing, your craft items, from the little kids to the big kids. We want to make this an extremely fun time. And this year, the Yavapai Cattle Women, Cowbells, will be demoing beef recipes during this time. And it'll be really fun. You can come in and have a taste of some good Arizona beef.
All right. Thank you so much for coming and giving us all this wonderful information.
Well, we're excited
so
to be
many
here.
Good
We
things
are.
going on at the fair, but you got to check out the Antiques and Collectibles Show, March 27th and 28th. That's going to be happening, so get yourself over there. Colleen, thank you so much. Mary Beth, thank you so much for being here. And we'll be right back. Got some good music coming up for you, so don't go away.
Who else has been taking your prescriptions? Keep your medicine and your family safe and secure. Mind your meds. To learn how we can help, visit the Partnership for Drug-Free Kids at drugfree.org.
Separate raw meats from other foods by using different cutting boards. 3,000 Americans will die from food poisoning this year. Keep your family safer. Check your steps at foodsafety.gov.
Hart, what's going on? I'm leaving. Why? What did I do? Not enough. You constantly ignore me. You barely eat anything healthy. You're half as active as you used to be. The pressure is just too much. I quit. Okay, I get it. I'll do better. Just please, don't leave. Okay. But remember, if I go, you go.
Listen to your heart. Don't let it quit on you. Uncontrolled high blood pressure could lead to stroke, heart attack, or death. Get yours to a healthy range before it's too late.
And welcome back to the Verde Valley Experience. I'm now here in Cottonwood. I've got the Cottonwood Fire Department all around us here, and I'm standing here with Fire Inspector Steve Troutman. Steve, thank you so much for coming out on this gorgeous day.
Oh, well, thanks for having us.
This is a lot of fun. We're going to create a burn pile. Actually, they kind of created one here of all these old Christmas trees. It's getting towards spring, and you know how you want to clean up your yard, and you have all that yard refuse. Well, you want to make a nice pile and burn it. You have to know a few things. One is you need a permit. Right, Steve?
Yes, you do.
Yes, and that is called a burn permit. And tell us how you go about getting one of those.
You come down to the Cottonwood Fire Department, and we have a form for you. You fill out your form. You're going to have your name, the address, and where you're going to be burning at.
Right.
And you need to get one of those every year.
Every year?
Yes.
Oh, so if you get it once, then you can burn all year, so to speak, during certain times?
Yes. We don't allow burning in December or January. Okay. So you have to basically renew it every year, but in December and January we don't usually allow burning.
And then of course certain types of weather you don't allow burning either.
Absolutely, especially when there's a lot of wind. Mm-hmm. We monitor the weather as far as the wind, and that could be quite dangerous if you're going to be burning in a wind.
Yeah, especially if you're burning in your backyard and you've got your neighbors' houses and all that stuff going on. If you are going to create a pile in your backyard, what kind of pile should you create and where should you put it?
Okay, you want to have some space, probably 30 to 100 feet from your structure, your house.
Sure.
You also want to have it about 4 by 4.
Okay.
You don't want to have it any larger than a 4 by 4 foot pile.
Okay.
And you don't want to burn any treated wood or any garbage. We just want natural brush to burn.
Natural brush, sure. If you're trimming your trees or, you know, leaves or clippings or things like that.
Yes.
That stuff's okay, but tires and
yeah, no tires. No tires.
No plastics.
Nope.
Yeah, yuck.
Nope.
That would be disgusting.
Yeah.
Now, on the day that you want to do your burn, do you have to call in and say, hey, I'm going to make smoke?
Yes, absolutely. Reason for that is if there is a wind condition or anything that is going to prohibit burning, we're going to let you know when you call in.
Right, sure. That's a good thing. Good thing to know. You want to let them know if you're going to set something on fire.
Absolutely.
Now, tell us a little bit about defensible space. You might have heard that term before, but what exactly does defensible space mean?
Defensible space is actually a safe distance from when you're going to burn something, or in a wildland situation, you want to have all the brush and anything that's flammable or anything that's fuel load around your house. You want to have, a state law was passed, they say 30 to 100 feet of space between your structure, that we don't want you to have anything that would be able to ignite. So if something caught on fire and you have a distance between your house, then it's less likely that the house would catch on fire.
Well, that makes sense. It's a barrier of non-burnable area,
Absolutely.
so to speak. Because if you've got forest right up to your back of your porch there, and if the forest catches on fire, heaven forbid, there you go. So it's very important to create you say it?
Defensible space.
Defensible space.
Yes.
I can't say it, but I could probably create one at my house for sure.
Yes.
Yeah, definitely. And as we get towards the summer, especially towards our wildfire season and stuff like that, it's very important to keep your weeds down.
Absolutely.
Of course, keep your trash clear.
Yep.
And keep a hose around. That's always a great thing.
We always recommend that, to have when you're burning something, your burn pile is to wet it down around the burn pile, and always have a hose in case it gets away from you or anything.
Oh, certainly.
But
And
if
stand there with the hose. Don't
Yes.
like go in the house and watch TV and have a couple beers. You know, you're going to stay outside while you're burning with your hose in your hand. Of course, watch small children. And a big thing is never use accelerants.
No.
That's a really big no-no.
Absolutely not. No accelerants.
Yeah. My brother, oh, Lord. Yeah, learned that the hard way, unfortunately.
Yep.
Yeah. Gasoline is not your friend when there's fire around. So please, how exactly should you start it? Just matches and some newspaper?
Yeah, you could basically use a match, or just make sure that when you're doing that, you don't lean over, like especially if it's a gal with long hair.
Yeah.
Just want to make sure when you light it up that you basically are cautious that none of your clothes or anything catch on fire.
Right, definitely. I learned that in Girl Scouts.
Yeah.
They saw my long hair leaning over to the end of the fire,
Yep.
like, you're breaking so many rules. It's like, what? So yes, I've learned it will be, of course, hairspray
Yes,
to ignite. Of course, you don't have to worry about that. So you're okay. And you guys have a great website, cottonwoodfiredepartment.org. You can check them out. You can actually go online and download a burn permit, and then you can take it into the station if you want to do it that way. That's a really great way to do it. Of course, there's all kinds of great little segments about everything you want to know, basically, that your fire department is involved in. You can go to cottonwoodfiredepartment.org, and that's going to get you there, and all the different drop-down labels and all that stuff. Very, very good stuff. If you're going to burn in your yard, please burn safely. Please check in with your fire department. Make sure you've got your permit. You're going to want to get that all taken care of. Steve Troutman, the fire inspector, thank you so much for joining us today.
Well,
I really appreciate it. And we're going to start a fire.
All righty. Thank you.
Fun. I love my job.
Yeah.
Stick around because we'll be right back.
Every proper bear knows that the right fit means everything. Especially when it comes to car seats.
Oh, really? I just did what any bear would do.
So know for sure that your child is in the right car seat for their age and size.
I like it.
To learn more, visit safercar.gov/the right seat.
Oh, hello there.
Oh, where's that bear?
Turn off the light.
but with you here I'm braver. If you say what you want to say, baby, you know that I can only say the truth. If you say what you want to say, baby, you know that I can only love you. Open your eyes, you may look into mine, and don't be afraid of what you may find, and show me the way into your soul tonight.
Wow, that was so beautiful. You sing like a bird. It's so wonderful.
Thank you.
This is Elise Marie, everyone, and wow, that was so lovely. You're just so I almost hate coming in and speaking because there's a wonderful like quiet reverence in the room now that you've done that beautiful song, and me come in with my big loud voice. That was gorgeous, as you are. So that's wonderful. Now, you may have seen this lovely young lady before because you were operating under a different name before, formerly known as Little Panda.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
That's awesome. So you've come more home now and able to use your own name, which is so beautiful.
Yeah.
It is.
I'm still pretty confused about it. I'm not really sure what I'm gonna. I might change my mind and go back to
Well,
Little
there you
Panda.
go. Hey, you know, that seems to be the way of musicians anyway. It's your prerogative. You call yourself whatever you want. But I know that I had seen you before as Little Panda. And so when I put the two together, I went, oh, Elise Marie is. Okay, got it. So there we go. So I've got it all figured out now. That's truly wonderful. You can absolutely tell that your songs come from the heart. And I know that that's a big thing for you, is singing from your heart and bringing a message forward.
Yeah, my songs are. That's like how I heal, is writing music.
Sure.
So.
Sure, definitely getting it out there, and I know there's probably a lot of people that hear your beautiful voice and listen to your lyrics and go, oh yeah, that's how I feel about so and so, or yeah, I felt that too, and it's just so nice to connect and to allow people to connect with you in that way through your songwriting. And you're prolific. You've been writing now for 6 years.
Well, I remember the first song I ever wrote was actually when I was like 6.
Nice.
And
That's great.
it's too bad I can't.
Oh, yeah. But see, that's wonderful. I mean, that's a great sign. You're writing songs at 6, so you know there's talent there when that happens. And do you play other things besides the guitar?
I play the piano.
Quite well. You can check her out online. EliseMarie.com, I believe, is your website. Yeah, EliseMarie.com, and you have all these wonderful videos up. And besides that, you're an artist. You paint.
This is true.
And you make jewelry, really cool jewelry out of guitar strings, which I love. That is so clever.
Thank you. I like to think that I'm kind of recycling.
Yeah, that is true. That's really, really great. It's wonderful to have all those things going on. Now, and you just played recently at Lulu's Chocolate Cafe.
Yes, I did.
That's wonderful. Where else have you played that we might have seen?
That's basically it.
Yeah, that's a wonderful venue for you.
I haven't really been playing out that much.
No?
I'm just barely getting started.
Oh my gosh, you've gotten so far and you're just barely getting started. Listen.
I've been in a cave, like incubating, and now I'm like, you know what? I think I'll start playing out and stuff now and making more of an effort to.
That's wonderful.
Share the music.
Wonderful. Again, another stage I hear musicians go through. They need to incubate, to get their craft so honed, and then out it comes, and it just blows everybody away. So, and you really are blowing us away already with your beautiful playing and your lovely soft voice, and it's just wonderful, and your lyrics are really wonderful. I really appreciate you being here today and sharing this with us.
Thank you. I appreciate you inviting me.
Yes. What was the name of the first song that you played?
Open Your Eyes.
Open Your Eyes. And what's the name of the next one?
Sunsweet Honey.
Sunsweet Honey. That one's on the website. You can check that one out. It's really, really great. So you're going to play that for us, and I'm going to sit down in awe. So thank you all very much for watching the Verde Valley Experience, and we'll see you next time. Elise Marie, everyone, go to elisemarie.com. Check her out. All kinds of videos and good information there, and we know we're going to see a lot more of you. So thank you.
You fill me up with your sunsweet honey. Take me down to the river to pray. Autumn day, it's lovely. Saw the leaves turn brown from green. Yeah. Is it love if we're just a dream? But you are real to me. No matter what the world sees, I could follow you into the darkness. Wherever your heart is, you'll find me there. See the stars all spun above me. If you look, you may see we are free. Yeah. If the night abducts me, I am scared, I'm afraid. What's my name? 'Cause I don't remember anymore as I fall through the floor. Good Lord, why is it so hard if I'm made of this earth to feel home? Where is home? Or should I stay or should I go? There's nowhere else to go but here. I'm sad and I am scared when it seems like no one really cares. I'm smiling, I am falling through the rabbit hole into my fears. There's order and there's chaos here. Is it love if we're just a dream? But you are real to me. No matter what the world sees, I can follow you into the darkness. Wherever your heart is it love if we're just a dream? You are real to me. No matter what the world sees, I could follow you into the darkness. Wherever your heart is, you'll find me.